Hi guys, I know it's been a while I've uploaded a video. I've missed you guys so much. Today I'm so excited to be back for another book review. I'm going to be reviewing this lovely book. It's called The Girl with the Louding Voice, written by Abi Dare. I can't wait to discuss it with you guys, so let's get into it. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Rachel here. Hit that subscribe button so that you never miss a thing. You can also like this video and share with your friends so that it's recommended to other viewers as well. As I said earlier, I know it's been a while that I've been here. I didn't plan it, honestly. Work has just been crazy and life has been crazy, so I've not been able to upload new videos. But in the past 1 week, I've really been intentional about coming up with content other than book reviews for you guys so that we can discuss a whole lot of bookish things. So I've come up with quite a number of exciting things that I can't wait to share with you guys in the coming weeks. So today, like I said, we're going to be reviewing this book. It's called The Girl with the Louding Voice by Abi Dare. It was published this year in 2020. Abi Dare is a Nigerian author who now lives in Essex in England. She is the author of The Girl with the Louding Voice, and this is her debut novel. I'm going to read out the synopsis of the book from the back of the book. All you have are your words. Aduni is a 14-year-old Nigerian girl who knows what she wants, and education. As the only daughter of a broke father, she is a valuable commodity. Removed from school and sold as a third wife to an old man, Aduni's life amounts to this: 4 goats, 2 bags of rice, some chickens, and a new TV. When unspeakable tragedy swiftly strikes in her new home, she is secretly sold as a domestic servant to a household in the wealthy enclaves of Lagos, where no one will talk about the strange disappearance of her predecessor, Rebecca. No one but Aduni. As a yielding daughter, a subservient wife, and a powerless servant, Aduni is repeatedly told that she is nothing. But Aduni won't be silenced. She's determined to find her voice in a whisper, in song, in broken English, until she can speak for herself, for the girls like Rebecca who came before, and for all the girls who will follow. And someone said it's a stunning novel, original, beautiful, and powerful. And I totally agree. This novel was a powerful one. As the synopsis says, the plot is set around a young girl who is 14 going into 15, and she is from a really poor family. Broke, it doesn't even cut it. She's from a poor family, the typical family in Nigeria that is really in poverty, and they live in the rural areas in a village, where a series of events now happens where Aduni has to leave that village and she has to go to Lagos. But the only way that she can go to Lagos is to end up being the domestic servant, or like what we call it in Nigeria, house help, house girl, housemaid. And she gets to a wealthy part of Lagos where she's not one of the average house helps or house girls who just want to come and be quiet and be selfish. She wants to find her voice because her mother has instilled in her so many times the importance of having a voice, the importance of having an education, why it's important for a girl child most especially to have an education. And her father is someone who has a high level of patriarchal beliefs. I don't want to give any spoilers, just know that a series of events leads to where Aduni has to go to Lagos, and she ends up being the domestic servant, and it's from there that her life just ultimately changes because of her strong beliefs about having a louding voice, and of which in the plot you get to understand why the title of the book is called The Girl with the Louding Voice. So I really commend Abi Dare for the plot of this book because I thought that it flowed effortlessly. I loved the way it was easy to grasp. I loved the message that it was sending across. I loved the fact that it was powerful and in its own. It was original and it was beautiful. The first part of the book is set in Ikati village, which is where Aduni grows up, and the latter part of the book is set in Lagos. Oh my goodness, there's this sound. I don't know what people are doing. Someone is mowing the lawn. Oh well, he can't mow it forever, so he'll be fine. Okay, so as I was saying, the book is set in 2 places between 2014 and 2015. The first part of the book is set in Ikati village, which is where Aduni is born, where she grows up, and basically all that she has known until she goes to Lagos, which is the second part of the book, where the second part of the book is set in. Now, to the writing style of the book, which is perhaps my most favorite part of the book, I love that the book is written in the first person narrative throughout the whole book. So you get to see life through Aduni's eyes. Aduni is the main protagonist, and she's telling you her story, she's telling you her feelings, she's explaining to you. In fact, she's not even explaining, she's just living life on her own terms. Like, she's literally a character come to life through the writing style that the author used. The first part of the book is written in broken English, and the latter part you can see that Aduni's English gets better. So yes, the whole part of the book is not written in perfect English, but this is because of Aduni's level of understanding of English. But then you get to see in her personality and her character that she's really passionate about going to school, learning English, just becoming a teacher. So she puts in a whole lot of hard work, and you can see throughout the latter part of the book, like a year after or so, throughout the timeline of the book, that her English improves and it gets better towards the end. So for me, in my own reading experience, because of the writing style that the author used, I found it a little bit harder to read the beginning of the book because my broken English is not that good, and I typically tend to speak it a little slower than I speak normal English, and so obviously that affected my reading because I read almost at the same speed that I speak because I'm reading in my head. Not that at the beginning I thought that it was a little bit poetic for somebody like Aduni, who is a village girl, somebody who grew up in the village, in the rural parts of Nigeria. There's only so much that she knows. So while I can understand that she may have had a passion for expressing herself in beautiful English, I thought that the beginning part of it, where she had not really learned how to speak English, was a little bit poetic in her description of some things, maybe like a sun setting or trees dancing or whatever. It also kind of reminded me that there was an author behind the book. Sometimes when I read first person narratives of books, I like to be thrust into the life of the main protagonist to the point that I'm reading in a way that I forget that it was a writer that was actually writing the book. I literally feel like somebody named Aduni came to life, sat down with a pen and a paper and started writing her story. I know that for the first part, I was always reminded that, okay, there's some sort of professional writer or whatever who is at the background writing something because of the way some of the things were described. But all in all, I loved the writing style. It was original. I've never read any book that was written predominantly in broken English and then now went on to show how she improved in her English, and it was not written in perfect English. Sometimes as I was reading, I was just thinking, man, if she wrote this on whether Microsoft Word or whatever, I can't even imagine all the red lines and the good job that the editor had to do just to make sure that the book remained in broken English. So I really commend Abi Dare for this amazing work of art, and I thought that it was a lovely read. In relation to the characterization of the book, wow, I thought that Abi Dare did an amazing job. Look, like Aduni's character was well developed. All the minor characters were also well developed to the point that you literally empathized with Aduni. You saw life through her eyes, and you just wanted to help her out. You wanted to see a better future for her. You wanted to understand her pain. You wanted to just become a helper to her. Through Aduni's eyes, you were able to see what other domestic servants go through in terms of just wanting a better life for themselves, in terms of realizing that, look, I'm a person of value, I'm someone. Just because I'm a servant or I'm a house help does not make me any less than any other human being. And Aduni's character was so powerful, and it was fully developed. I love the other minor characters like Big Madam, Big Daddy. Oh my goodness, Big Daddy was just a nuisance. I love the way the author was able to explore Big Madam's role in Aduni's life. Big Madam also seemed to be a helper but also a challenge to Aduni because of all she was going through. Like, the woman had so much sadness and pain in her eyes and in her expressions of things that she did, and she was just a character who contributed to the book. Like, I like the fact that there was such a person, because the truth about it is that when it comes to child labor in Nigeria, they are employed to be house helps or house girls, and people who employ them are really mean to them. They beat them for no reason because maybe they're experiencing some sort of pain or whatever it is that they're going through in their personal lives, and then they put it all on the house helps. Some of them even pour hot water on them, some use irons on them. You see horrific things in the news of what these little girls who have been sort of, I don't want to call it sold, but let's say they've been said, oh, okay, go and help out in this person's house, you're going to be like the house help or the house girl, and that is how their lives have transformed. I really do commend the author on the amazing characterization that was done in this book. I loved Aduni's character. She was powerful, she was strong, but man, it wasn't easy because this is where she's coming from, and man, it was just page 225 4. I looked deep into Miss Tia's eyes at the spot of something gold in the brown of her eyeballs, and my heart sort of melted. I know she's saying all this from the good of her soul, but it is not so easy when you are born into a life of no money and plenty suffering, a life you didn't choose for yourself. Sometimes I wish I can just believe for a good life and it will magic and happen for me just like that. But maybe to believe it in my mind is the start. So I nod my head, drag it real slow up and down as I am saying, tomorrow will be better than today. I am a somebody of value. It really made me humble. It made me sober. It made me sad in some way. Aduni could be me, she could be you, she could be your next door neighbor or your next door neighbor's help. You could be watching this and you know somebody who maltreats their domestic servants, who even has somebody who is too young to be a domestic servant. I'm not even talking about somebody who is 18 or above. I'm talking about somebody who is like 13 or 12 and is made to like clean a whole huge house. But that's literally what goes on in Nigeria today. So if you're watching this and you know somebody who is treating them this way, maybe they're house girls or their house helps or whatever, this is like a way for you to also speak up and let the person know that, hey, this is not on, this is not good. Like, this person, if not for circumstances, should be thinking of going to school, and if there's any way that you can help financially or whatever, then it's always good to help out, you know, as one of the characters in this book did. Sometimes all these people need, who have been in situations like this and are looking out for any source of help, all they need is just one person to probably pay, even if it's 5,000 or 10,000 for their schooling or whatever it is, just to change their lives so that they can become what they want to be. Some of the amazing themes that this book really explored in detail are poverty, child brides, another issue that we have in Nigeria, the issue of child brides being married off to older men, maybe for whatever the family can get, especially when they are in poverty. Child trafficking, child labor and child abuse, education and opportunities, the importance of education and having, even if it's just one opportunity that can be life-changing. The theme of fate and how time and fate and certain things that happen in life may lead to someone's downfall or someone's success in life, as we see in Aduni's story. So yes, I mean, these were the themes that the book explored, and I know that in particular the ending of this book made me really happy. It made me smile, and I think that was just a respite for a reader. But in reality, the ending of this book may not really have occurred the way it did, because this book was very real and relatable. A lot of girl servants and domestic servants, girls who are in Aduni's life, whose lives don't end this way, who are desperately searching for opportunities, but stories of their lives don't end the way this book ended. What would I rate this book? I would rate this book a strong 9/10. I totally loved it. I thought that the plot was amazing. I thought the characterization was spot on. I love the writing style, and I think that the author did an amazing job with this book. So if you're looking for something that is like this, something that is one of a kind, something that maybe you may not have read before, this is one for you. I got my copy from Roving Heights bookstore. You can get that if you're in Nigeria. I'm sure you can check Amazon if you're outside Nigeria, if you're looking for a good book by a Nigerian writer. So thank you guys so much for watching this book review. If you enjoyed it, let me know if you have read this book and what you thought about it. Let me also know if it's something that you plan to read in the comments, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.